I completely respect the decision from Liverpool Football Club. It was needed, but also I want to show a little bit of respect to Arne too in this video. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to Barno. Hope you're doing very, very well. This one is about the fact of Arne has parted ways with Liverpool Football Club, or you could say has been sacked by Liverpool Football Club. We'll also talk about the new manager who potentially could be done by tomorrow, IRAOLA. A little bit chatter about that, but just kind of want to talk about Arne within general and take away a little bit of a footballing aspect from the whole situation as well. So yesterday, midday, off to go get a haircut, my mate Liam said his phone's gone off. He said, oh, something about slot here on my phone, I can't really check it. So I've gone to grab my phone. First thing I'm doing is I'm going to Twitter, normally Fabrizio, Liverpool Anfield Media's, something, might have been something about slot staying or a quote or talking about a new player that might be coming in. As I've gone to click on Twitter, Apple News notification, Arne is sacked by Liverpool Football Club. My initial reaction was the same as a lot of people. I did give it a little fist pump, a little like cheer, like come on, yes, finally, because obviously at the minute the frustration is there. You know, the fans are very, very angry at the minute. The players are kind of falling out with slot. The dressing room is completely in tatters. So it's kind of like it's horrible to say it, but it was like a bit of a celebration, which is a little bit hard on the fella, but from what we've seen this season, it is the correct decision and it did completely need to happen. Now, what Steven Gerrard said on yesterday's TNT, HBO Max, UEFA Champions League final, this wasn't a decision that would have happened over 3-4 hours. They would have spoke about this for weeks, and we kind of knew there would have been an end of season review after the Brentford game last week. And it looks like concluded from the season end review, Arne cannot continue within the football club. And I think you'll find 90% plus of Liverpool fans will agree he cannot continue at the football club. Once the manager has lost the fans, that is a big no and a very, very difficult situation to be in. You know, if you want to take away that footballing aspect, the poor fella didn't actually know he was leaving or had been sacked until yesterday morning. So it's very, very late on. And for him personally, I know it's been a very bad season, but also maybe he thought, season's over, I've got a little bit of a break now with the World Cup coming up, there'll be some new recruitment coming in, I've got a full pre-season with this team again, maybe he could resurrect it and, you know, distinguish everything that's happened before, put it all to bed, and next season we go again and find a bit more success and have a better season overall. I just think now there was no coming back from this season. You know, the damage was already done. It's irreplaceable. It's irrefixable. That's not even a word, but it's not fixable. You know what I mean? It's just been one to forget. We had one poor season with Klopp, but we still had a decent, you know, record, and we still got Champions League football, which we did this season as well. We've done the minimum standard of getting Champions League football, which has always been a staple for Liverpool Football Club. But, you know, there's a lot of things to break down why he's been sacked. One will be the play style. When it's got to a point where Mohamed Salah, who is Liverpool's fundamental legend within the last decade at the club, who has now left, to them writing a social media post almost criticising Slot's play style, that's when you know something's very, very wrong. You know, there's been reports of the dressing room fallouts. I kind of remember, for me, when everyone started to fall out with Slot within the dressing room was Curtis Jones at Burnley at home, where they're having a little bit of an argument, Curtis on the pitch and Slot on the touchline. The relationships were breaking down as the games went on near the end of the season. And now it's got to a tipping point and a boiling point where everyone's completely frustrated and everyone's had enough. You know, from what everybody's been saying, the media, the decisions to what they would do with Slot kind of come into fruition after the PSG losses, you know, where we tried to play a 5-back, wing-back system play style, which still failed against Paris Saint-Germain. Credit to them, they've just won the Champions League back-to-back. So it's been brewing for a while. You know, they would have had a lot of meetings at the end of season review, and I think everybody is happy with the correct decision that Slot will leave the football club. But also, I want to credit the fella. You know, this is a man that had to take over from Liverpool after Jurgen Klopp's legacy, which is never easy to do. You know, Jurgen Klopp is now a Liverpool legend forever with what he did with the club. Absolute GOAT status, in my opinion. You know, for me growing up from teenager to a grown man, he's given me some of the best memories, Jurgen Klopp. So whoever came in after that, initially it would be strange seeing someone else on the touchline that's not Klopp. But Slot in his first season did deliver Premier League number 20 for Liverpool, which is a fantastic achievement in your debut Premier League season. Now, people will argue the fact of, it's a Jurgen Klopp team. Yes, it is a Jurgen Klopp team, but at the end of the day, Arne Slot has to do all the match press and post conferences, all the game management on the field, all the tactics, all the subs, all the training sessions, everything, media duties, whatnot. He deserves that title. It's under his belt. It's in Premier League history now. Arne Slot is a Premier League title winning manager. So the first season was beyond everybody's expectations. When he came in, I thought top 4 in his first season, I'll be happy. Gel with the squad. Second season, it's kind of like what happened in the first season should have happened this season. Like bad season last season, this year we win the Prem, but it's been a flip reverse, and it's just been a horrific downfall with him. It's been so poor, but I do feel very sorry for him. He's had to deal with a lot of criticism this season. As a human being, he's always had to speak to the media, and then obviously the unfortunate incident with Jota as well. He's had to be the forefront and kind of speak out about that a lot this season, which is never an easy thing to do. It's very difficult. The players were in a lot of difficult, unfortunate circumstances, trying to deal with almost a loss of a friend. It is the loss of a friend because they would have seen Jota every single day. So it was hard. It's difficult, but he's done okay. He's done all right. As much as he's like, even my own self, I've had my crash outs, my frustrations, my criticism towards Slot. I would admit I have gone over the top with critiquing the fella this season. But I kind of hope now, it's kind of like a shake hands moment. Shake hands, part ways. Thank you for everything that you've done. I kind of hope he will find another football club and find success there. He had a brilliant first season. We all enjoyed it. I don't think we really actually took for granted until now that the news has come, he is gone, how good the first season was with on the Slot. When Klopp left, the last conference that Klopp was doing on that football pitch, singing Arne Slot's name, Arne Slot, la la la, and then that first season we go and win the Prem. We all had hopes up, and then this season it's kind of been, we've hit a peak and then we've just gone down to a complete trough. But it's the end, a very, very short stint of 2 seasons, which, it's kind of almost compared to Roy Hodgson-esque, you could say, but I don't think it's as bad as what Roy Hodgson was. I'm sure he'll find another club. There's a job at Leverkusen opened up. I know AC Milan have got a job open up there now. So I'm sure he'll find his way into another job somewhere and find some good success once again. But for Liverpool now, the fact of what I do feel sorry with Slot again, actually, is how quick we're speeding up the process of IRAOLA. I'm very happy IRAOLA looks like he'll be coming into the football club. He's the front runner at the current minute. It's going to be a crazy situation that we're going to have IRAOLA as a manager with his high intensity press, but with how quick it's gone from Slot being sacked to IRAOLA coming in, it's a little bit poor on old Slot. He's kind of just not even packed his bags. He's still packing his bags at the training centre right now, and by the time he actually walks out the door, IRAOLA's walking in the door. So I feel sorry for him in that case, but he'll find his way somewhere else. I know he will. Talking of new managers, as I've just previously been saying, IRAOLA, I think, was kind of waiting for the Liverpool job to open up to see what would happen now. We had talks of AC Milan of recent, that's broken down. Leverkusen have knocked on his door, a little bit of chatter, but now the Liverpool job's completely blown wide open. IRAOLA's in for the job. And for a manager, we look at his season he has just had with Bournemouth. Bournemouth have got European football for the first time in a very long time. It's going to be an incredible season for them at the Vitality next season. But he's left the club, which is kind of crazy for me. But the things with IRAOLA, it's what we need. It's high intensity, it's high press, it's all about high transitions up the field, turning high press into goals, assists from players. But also with IRAOLA, he has trust in youthful players. Klopp did the same. Klopp had trust in the youth. And we all remember the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea in the extra time. Players who've left now, we had Bobby Clark on the field, Jayden Downs was playing, James McConnell was playing. IRAOLA does the same, with the youngsters, Rayan coming in, Krupi Jr. There's faith there as well. And with a high intensity press, it'll put Liverpool back into that style and attractive brand of football that we all well full know and love. It's what Klopp did for years, and it looks like we're going to have it back. I think tomorrow morning, maybe afternoon, IRAOLA will be the new Liverpool manager. And next season now looks very, very exciting because it kind of makes you think as well. With the summer recruitment, there's recent rumours with Diamonde potentially coming in. Next season could be special, but we're not sure yet. For IRAOLA, this is a big step up. This is Bournemouth, who are a fantastic club. No not disregarding Bournemouth. Sorry, he's now going from Bournemouth to one of the biggest clubs within worldwide football that do challenge for trophies, the big trophies as well. So it's an interesting experiment. It's an interesting project coming up. But the initial thing is, Slot has gone. That was the correct decision. But I am going to credit the fella. He did a brilliant job in that first season. It's just a shame it has ended this way a little bit, and we all have gone a little bit over the top of his departure. But he did okay. He did all right, didn't he? But new beginnings. IRAOLA, as of next week, I believe, will be the new manager. See how we get on. Next season could be a fun one. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on another video very, very soon.